Okay, so there are still many other things to discuss.
There's a couple.
Right.
There were
So
one or two.
besides Fun Travel and announcing FF14, the only other thing I was going to talk about, which will segue, I'm sure,
You're welcome, nerds,
into you, is getting some time on that Mina the Hollower.
I also got some time on that Mina the Hollower.
Mm-hmm.
That game's the fucking shit, dude.
Okay, it's really good. I have some feelings.
I'm sure you do.
So Mina the Hollower is Yacht Club's, new franchise, and that shit is excellent. It has their attention to detail for, I mean, everything they learned along the way with Shovel Knight, in the last, especially in like the quality of the last updates, just going right away into this. But it's their take on a Link to the Past style Link's Awakening top-down classic
like
Zelda,
Oracle of Seasons,
thing.
More plus Castlevania, like very strong Castlevania.
So I have to say that like it's fucking great, but I am hitting up against like what I think are my own feelings a little bit on it. In that like I have two things. One, I wanted less of a Souls thing and more of a Zelda thing, I guess. I feel like I was surprised by how much Souls they went with, as opposed to just like classic Zelda. And second, first that I'll say that, right? Yeah, go ahead.
That is not Souls, that's Castlevania.
Okay, the progression and the corpse run.
The not the corpse run, but like the overall the difficulty, the flying enemies that bang you off ledges, the general like thing, like the only thing that's like explicitly Souls is your corpse run.
The leveling up
and your healing.
The leveling up, the healing. Yeah, there's
your sub weapons and your general like enemy encounters is like a full mix. And your difficulty is a mix of classic Castlevania and like a Game Boy Color Zelda.
I guess so. I feel like the default world is like here to kick your ass, right? Most enemies are outmaneuvering you, hitting you harder, killing you quicker, and knocking you into disadvantageous positions on first encounter. So, it's a game of like, every step you take, every move you make, you got to learn to do it properly. And there's something really satisfying about like understanding the hollowing mechanic, which is jumping, diving into the ground, and moving out of the way as your escape, as your defense mechanism.
Yeah.
That's your dodge roll, which is pretty cool.
It's also your movement.
Yes. And there's platforming involved with it. And
there is very serious platforming involved with it.
And this is my second thing where I'm like, the amount of jump, verticality, and overall platforming that the game has is also not super Zelda-ish.
It's Castlevania.
Right. But the camera angle is Zelda. And I'm like, I would much rather a side view for this type of platforming.
So what you're saying is that you want your Reese's cup with more chocolate and less peanut butter.
Perhaps like it's a weird thing. I'm trying to articulate it, but I'm kind of like, I definitely love some classic Zelda and the way that feels. There's some stuff too about how the weapons work here that is like also definitely like, oh, that's not a Zelda weapon. That like I picked the hammer and I was like, oh fuck, I think I regret picking this hammer because
the hammer's really good. It's also really hard.
You cannot redirect it.
It took me most of the game that I played so far to be like, okay, wait, maybe the hammer does have some stuff.
I picked it and I was like, I usually go with the big charge bonk, but I hate the fact, and I like that you get a roll, but I hate the fact that you cannot change its trajectory even when you're fully charged. I don't like that.
If you aim up or down, the hitbox on the smear actually goes left and right depending. So it actually has a super wide hitbox.
I would prefer a aim and release though. It like it's fucked me over enough times that I'm like, okay, give me my next weapon, right? But you can. People are saying you can. Do you have to?
You can change the follow up. There's a follow-up you can get.
Okay, well, I'm talking about the default hammer move
You're
set
talking about the
that you pick
default.
up right away. You start a charge, you're swinging left, you cannot make yourself not swing left.
The trick is to jump and do the charge and then release as you land.
And it goes a different direction?
No, but that's the exact timing.
Okay.
See, this is why I say it's more like Castlevania.
Okay,
right?
but jumping and charging the time, none of that is. I'm talking about aiming the hammer in a different direction. If I'm pointing to the left, I want to swing to the right after I charge up.
So swing to the right where you wanted to.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Is like that, we know when we talk about like swinging the great sword in a Souls game, and then like
or Monster Hunter, yeah,
you swing and then you tap the direction and you get that, right? Yeah. So
direction you want it to go.
So I understand that it's a committal thing, but it just doesn't feel as good as a result, I think. So that kind of was something I was like, I think some of those enemies that are flying above you, you have your verticality of the game there, that like, and platforming diagonally on certain things, or I'm like, this angle for this platforming, I'm just kind of like, I feel like I would prefer if it were, again, like actually Castlevania, if you're saying 2D, side view.
Well, no, but that's why it's a melange.
Yeah, Zelda 2 also has its side view moments and all that. So anyway, this is all whatever. I can tell the game is phenomenal, and I can see everything about it that's really,
have you
really
encountered
great.
a ladder?
I've encountered ropes.
Okay, there's a ladder in the game, which is like one of the most intense puzzles I've seen in anything. And I'm just like, I was doing a whole sequence with it, and I was like, this is like the best puzzle in a game I have ever fucking encountered ever.
Cool. Interesting. Okay.
And like somebody said that right as I saw the ladder. I'm like, what do you mean it's a puzzle? And then I was like, oh my God, this ladder's incredible.
Interesting. Okay. No, I've beaten the first area, got through the opening sort of like town introduction, and then started like moving into some of the outside areas a little bit, to which it feels like you could go probably level up a little bit before you walk in certain directions, because you swing at something.
I did a huge spiral around the beginning before doing one dungeon. Every screen in the game has some kind of secret bullshit on it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And some have multiple, and like it goes deep. Thank God I was streaming it, because I would like be in a room. I'm like, I don't know how to fucking get this. Do I have to come back with a thing? And someone in the chat would go, no, you can do it now. And there's so much that you're like, I must have to come back with an upgrade. It's like, no, you can do it now. That it blows my fucking mind.
How'd your streams go?
Incredible. I did an 8-hour stream on the first day, and I did one dungeon.
Damn.
I did a 5-hour stream on the second day. I did one dungeon.
Wow. Okay.
There is a disgusting amount of nonsense hidden one layer underneath the game, in every fucking room in the entire game.
Okay. I was gonna buy the shield as my second weapon, but I kind of decided, I'm like, wait, that's too similar to the hammer from what I have, so let me get something completely different. So I got the gun as my second, and that's a very different way to play it. Changes up your approach, but I do like that reloading means getting in there and doing some melee. That's fun. But I'm still, there's something about it, and I guess the top view and what it's asking and all that. It's not the difficulty. There's something that I'm still kind of like not grabbing onto.
You're just not like perfectly gelled with like the control demands.
And as a result, it's not pulling me back in like, fuck yeah, I need to get more right now. Like I'm a little bit cool on it, unfortunately, because of this thing I'm describing.
Yeah, so for me, I'm at the place of like, the things you are like essentially describing are the way that I have wanted tons of games to work like that. for years. So I'm in this place where I'll see people complain about the movement or the way it aims, and like the specific complaint without modification, I'm like, no, that's why it's good though. like I am just like, right, like this thing is like shaping up to be my favorite Game Boy Color style thing that's ever existed.
Yeah, I can tell that it's just a personal feeling with how it's going. I can also tell that like the way the jump is and dive and the hollowing mechanic works is like super precise. You know, like reading your tile jump distance and spitting it back to you is how precise it gets.
So what happens is that once you get further into the game, you get a situation where you don't like beat a dungeon and get like a Zelda upgrade that gives you like more movement. Like that isn't a thing that exists. Instead, you earn a accessory called a trinket, and then that changes your character in some degree. And you kind of fine tune the way you want Mina to behave with that stuff.
Okay.
So, for example, I got a trinket that doubles the length of time you can stay burrowed.
That's amazing.
I also got a trinket that makes you move at regular speed on water, which means I can now burrow across entire oceans, because you can burrow underwater. You can't swim, but you can burrow underwater.
Okay.
And then I also got an upgrade that gives you 1 bounce after you hit water.
Interesting.
So I jump in, burrow like a whole screen, and then when I hop out, I bounce off the water again, and I get to the end.
That's great. That's super cool sounding. Yeah, I feel like I'm alternating between moments where the feel of the game is fucking phenomenal and moments where it's not gelling with me. You know?
Yeah.
Those moments where you are precisely burrowing under the enemy to get around them, pop up to fight the big guy, poke behind him, or precisely right at the end of your burrow, hopping out to get the maximum distance, jump across multiple tiles. You know, those feel really, really good. And then there's these moments where I'm hopping across gaps diagonally onto tiles, or doing some flower platforming, or even just, again, charging the weapons and trying to jump and hit the bats in midair. And it's like the angle just doesn't line up because where they are on the in the layer above your head versus and their shadow versus where you are on the ground is not just 100% understood. So it feels bad there, you know? And yeah, I don't think that like, so I know that I guess I didn't play all of the later top-down Zeldas. So were there any of them that were jump heavy that were in this way?
So I only played Minish Cap.
Okay.
But it is my understanding that Zelda and jumping are just not friends at all. Zelda's just
because this feels
not a jumpy game,
right? This does feel like a unique thing given what this game is doing. And again, if you're being an asshole yelling skill issue, I repeat that it's not about the difficulty. I'm totally fine with the game kicking my ass. It's the feel of what I'm looking at, alternating between these great precise moments and these moments where I'm like, I don't like how this feels, you know? But
you're not going to hear any argument from Pat, who fucking hates this Sonic game because of the jump physics on that concept.
You know, that being said, though, but I know that Yacht Club is like fucking top level design in everything they do here. So everything is very precise and for a reason. So, excuse me, as you describe, more options for this stuff and the ability to, I guess, tweak the way it feels playing as her, that sounds phenomenal. And furthermore, I would say like I'd probably lean toward any weapon that can minimize the amount of z-axis calculation at the moment, because I don't like calculating the floating bat enemy thing.
I have a weapon for you, my friend, that will help you deal with z-axis. It's the blast hammer.
It's the hammer because of the swing upwards.
Because the hammer charge thing, the smear is a hitbox.
Yeah.
So it hits everything above Mina as well. In fact, all 3 of the starting weapons have extraordinarily pronounced like strengths and weaknesses alongside not damage but space.
Okay.
So the hammer has very, very wide like smear hitboxes. The daggers have very tiny ones, but they can you stab super fast. And the whip is quite slow, but is the only one with like a severely distended hitbox.
That being said, so I got to save up to go try those. Now we're doing that thing though where like we've spent more time talking about the particular 2 negatives I've brought up as opposed to how fucking great the rest of the game has been.
Everything about the game is incredible. The music is incredible. The presentation is perfect.
This conversation is weirdly swerving towards something. I'm like, no, it's fucking great.
The story is charming. The amount, just the like, the number one thing about the game, for me, is like the amount of hidden bullshit on every single screen is legitimately intimidating. Like I will enter into what I would consider a nothing screen, right? And I'm like, but is there something? The answer is yes.
Did I not play? Wasn't there another game that was like a secret on every screen?
I don't know about that.
I feel like I've played a game that had something like that. I don't know if it was like a Metroidvania game or something else that was Zelda-like.
It doesn't ring a bell.
But there's something that was like a secret on almost every screen was a thing. In any case,
I enjoy the game so much that I feel like me talking about it is boring. Because all I have to say is I'm crazy about the controls. I'm crazy about the setting. I'm crazy about the use of color. The sub weapons are all stellar. A lot of the sub weapons have like really intense movement abilities, like huge dashes or hooks or whatever.
The sub weapons are 1000% Castlevania. Yeah. Feels like they wanted to like Shovel Knight is their
the axe does the fucking arc.
Shovel Knight is their homage to classic NES platformers, but like
Mega Man and Ninja Gaiden, but like mostly Mega Man, let's be honest.
But this is like, okay, time to smash everything else together.
Yeah, well, the two are Game Boy Color Zelda and your classic Castlevania, like overwhelmingly. Like those 2 influences are so much stronger than all the others.
But I don't want to diminish the amount of souls that you got going on with the level up, the mechanic of the bonfire mechanic and things like that.
I actually talked to somebody about this the other day, and I'm like, Dark Souls did not invent corpse runs.
Right. They popularized them.
No, that is the exact same way that conversation went when I was in chat. Corpse runs were popularized by Diablo 1 in 1996.
Okay, enlighten me. I had no idea.
That's the discussion. Corpse runs were popularized by Diablo 1 in 1996.
And if you died a second time, you lost all your shit.
Yeah. Then Diablo 2, then World of Warcraft, EverQuest, etc.
Okay. So then they were just ignored for a long time and then brought back. I see. Yeah. Gotcha.
The reason why you say Dark Souls is because the combination of checkpoint plus corpse run is feels like Dark Souls, but like you don't level up at a save point in Mina. You level up when you just get the goddamn bones to level up.
Well, so on the spot, yes, that's true. Which Diablo also was like that. No, you level up on the spot. You level up on the spot. Yeah, right. Yeah. And boning up, you can choose to save your bones for later, which is that's quite generous. You
can choose to save your bones for later, but it also levels up. So like right now I need to earn 5,200 bones if I want to save them.
Yeah.
And if I earn 5,200 bones, the next one will be like 6,000.
But if you don't have enough to pocket them, you have to pull out enough to hit the level and then pocket that, right?
Yeah.
But you don't lose anything in the exchange. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get to a point you make a lot of bones.
Really fun world of characters that feel like, name. Everyone's got a name. Everyone's got a little animal thing, or some of them are humans, or there's a dude that looks like Link.
Suspiciously like Link.
Yeah. There's like just a bunch of little fun characters and creatures chilling out. And
how many of the generators have you done?
Oh no, none yet. I'm literally
I have done 2, and what happens is you do a generator and a bunch of shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of fucking shit happens. It's awesome. I don't want to tell you what kind of shit, but like
sure. Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting, like, you know, if this is, again, this is Yacht Club, right? So I'm fully expecting there is going to be many a twist and turn along the way, and perhaps even more NES pulls or SNES pulls that are not immediately obvious right now. But I love
no, it's Zelda and Castlevania. Those okay. I played about 20 hours. It's those 2.
Well, I do love something. I do love about it is how I'll turn a corner multiple times and come across a big fucking dude just sitting there, like, we doing this? You know, and you're like, oh, give me a second, let me go heal up a little bit and I'll be right back. You know, I do like that aspect of it where you walk a couple screens and there are not bosses but just big fuckers, big guys that are gonna,
if you're in like a harder zone, those big guys just wipe you in one and you're like, okay, holy shit.
And that is something that I don't get out of a lot of games, but I love it when I do, where you're like, you're walking around an area and you see something that's like, hey, if you want this smoke, you can come get it anytime, or you can keep moving, right? Which is something I know from Souls, right? Walking around fucking Limgrave and seeing shit just standing there, like, yeah, I like that. And this is a fun bit here. So
like, for example, like our perspectives here are a little different because like I have more familiarity with like one of its prior, like it's like tonal influences. And so like, for example, if you beat that tutorial boss, you get your uranium ring.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that doubles your attack and halves your defense. Wow. So I ran that shit for a while because I'm like, you fucking give it to me.
That's good. That's good. The only thing is with these weapons, like, you are committing a lot of money and dedicating to a path, and I wish I could preview them a little more, because obviously you get to preview the 3, but I picked the hammer up and then I accidentally walked one tile too high, so the game just started and I didn't get to quite try the others.
You're going to want to buy all of them because there are 3 levels to each weapon.
Yeah.
And one of those levels is being bought from the shop.
Okay.
If you haven't bought it from the shop, you'll discover it in the world. And then when you buy it from the shop, it'll give you an upgrade. Okay. So you do want that. Yeah. Cool. Also, man, you get to a point where you make a lot of money. Like, everything in town just gets bought up like that.
Mm-hmm. Healing is done in a really interesting way, right? Where you are, you've got a limited number of Estus, so to speak, but you can pick up gray life in the world and by fighting, you know, like that's a fair and fun balance on it, where getting aggressive, it's not just like a Bloodborne style recover what you've lost now. It is, you know, if you continue playing well, your next heal is worth way more.
It's like, hey, have you taken a hit? Do you want to heal right away? Too bad. Fight until your heal is worth a shit.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to get into the heal loops here. You're going to fight your shit off.
Which thereby means almost, I'm like, okay, so you don't need to have stronger healing items. You just need to play cleaner.
But
after
you will
fuck
get stronger healing items, and they are going to be very helpful.
So this is one of those games where the road is rockiest at the start. Then.
No, it gets hard as fuck.
Okay.
You'll get stronger, but like the game pushes the fuck back.
Okay.
Like I ran into an area that I ran into a very secret, very hidden area that I walked in and attempted twice, and I'm like, this is going to be impossible for a really long time.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, I did run a little experiment in my brain, almost, of going like, if this game were fully side view, would the burrowing mechanic work in the same way at all?
No, absolutely not.
And I'm like, the tiles, the fact that it's all tile based, it seems like
it would be a much smaller game in every way.
Yeah, I can see that. I still overall just have a preference for games that you see yourself that you play in side view. I overall just enjoy that more. I have stronger nostalgia for it, so that's always a preference with me. But yeah.
Like to me, this game is this year's like Silk Song. Like I have been like attacking it. It is I love it just as much as Silk Song.
And I have and to me, I'm just like I just happen to love that perspective that Silk Song plays in more. So,
yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
And this is like me with FPSs a little bit, where I'm like, no, you can do great things in all angles, but just I have a little like, ooh, I like this angle a lot. Cool. Yeah, Mina is excellent so far, and I could see this being a million years in the same way that Shovel Knight kind of was. They can just go with this thing. It's sold incredibly well so far too. Like
300,000 already. I give it my full recommendation. It's also cheap. It's $20. You can buy it.
Fuck yeah, good shit, Yacht Club.